Hey everybody, Saturday afternoon, late afternoon, and time to do another catch up with Mayo live stream. I just made it by the skin of my teeth out there today because I've been sitting here on the laptop getting ready for the show and looking at some other stuff. I've been here for about an hour waiting, and throughout the sound is going in. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? All right, can I tell you? Sound is going in and out. All right, tell you what we'll do. Now, I'm just curious, is this any better? Let me know if this is any better. If it is, great. If it's not better, I'll figure something else out. This is what happens when you're live. Okay, I know what was wrong. I had another window open, maybe. Okay, this is good. I don't know if everybody heard what I was saying earlier, but in case you didn't, I'll just repeat it. I thought it was going to be a late start because we had the people outside, the landscapers, making a racket around here outside my window for the past hour while I was sitting here waiting to get started. So here I am now with hopefully clear sound. It looks like or sounds like for my live stream. What is the shirt? Lila wants to know. Well, the Soylent Green shirt. I can't show you the whole shirt, but yeah, everybody's going to ask me because you can see the type. This is a futuristic science fiction movie about the downfall of the world in the year 2022, which was the future. And it turns out the things that were going on in 2022 weren't that far removed from what Soylent Green predicted, for one thing. So let me just say hello to everybody that I might have missed here, like Elementary Penguin and Robbie. Hello. Grandpa daycare today, and I don't get paid. Oh, you got to take you got to do your grandpa duties. I get it. All right. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Beatles and Queen forever, and of course Doc Docus. Um, and let's see. All right, where are we at? You got your PTSD meds from the VA today, feeling groovy gravy. That's a good thing. Do you like Rollerball, the original with James Caan? Yeah, I do like the original Rollerball. It's not a great movie. It's pretty good. Hello, Day Tripper. What's going on? And we're underway finally. I'll just show you this because not 5 minutes before I went live did I look into my mailbox, and I should be doing this on my movie channel, but Death Wish 2, the special edition version with the unrated edition, the extra footage in here came. So very happy about that. Yes, indeed, Doc. That's right. Yeah, right up here I have the disco case. Now, in Mikey's case, the word Beatles was spaced a little bit more. I'm wondering if that means that mine's not an original. Who knows? Who knows? Let's see. Still in a little pain from back surgery, stenosis. Well, I know somebody in my girlfriend's family who just got brain surgery. Well, that's a little bit pushing it. There was a tumor removed from the brain that they think is not cancerous. But they found him the other day on the floor unconscious, and he wound up having a mass on his brain, just like that, or a mass that was pressing against his brain. Why do I say that? Not to belittle your problems, but you never know. Mikey's disco case, the 45 holder that we were talking about, had a chip in it or something. Doc, and by the way, let me know if you want to come up here. No pressure, but I figure, once in a while I could have a person or two up here, if they want. It depends who. I don't really like generally doing those things anymore, but so What was the first song you ever remember hearing? I don't know. Mine was from the 50s, Frankie Lyman, Goody Goody. Yeah, that song is a goody goody. Anytime I hear it, I'm 5 years old again. Yeah, I really don't know. I mean, I know that the Beatles songs like She Loves You and Help are among the ones that my mother says that I was 3 years old and I love the Beatles, hearing those songs. No, I did not send it back because I figure a rare hamburger, as long as I don't get sick from it, a rare hamburger is better than sending it back and getting spit in it, having spit or clam juice in there. So that's how that goes. Mason, hello. Okay, if the Beatles could have and would have played Live Aid in '85, do you think Lennon and Harrison would have put their beliefs behind them to play their classic rock and roll tunes in a 4-song set list? I think they might have. Doc, I'm going to send you the link, privately. All right, if that's okay with you. So let me do that. That's how I do it these days. It takes a little concentration, which is something that I don't really have when I'm on here live. I'm on the spot. Oh, man. Hold on, folks. I know a lot of people don't really dig this, but when this happens, but I'll do the best I can as fast as I can. Talk amongst yourselves, as the old saying goes. Okay, there we go. Copy link. Now I just got to go over to find you. Come on, where are you? Watch, I haven't talked to you. There you are. All right, yeah. Let's see if that works. Okay, 92 degrees and 80% humidity in the deep south. Well, Augusta, Georgia. How's your weather, Joe? Well, today is terrible. Today's a gray, drizzly day. But yesterday we had beautiful weather. Now, when I say beautiful, it was like 81 degrees, and it was humid. I don't love humidity. As much as I love the summer, I don't love humidity. I'd rather it not be humid, but I'll take humidity over the cold. So I was all right with that. And what tunes would you have liked the Beatles to have played at Live Aid? 4 tunes set list. 4 tunes? Oh, man. Well, how about Revolution? I don't know. Revolution. Well, I have to think about it. Let it be, of course. Revolution. I don't know. Those 2 I'd like to be in there. The other 2 I'd have to think about it. And George should have a shot at the song, right? Here Comes the Sun, maybe. And Hey Jude. You'd have to pick Hey Jude, I guess. But I really have to give it more thought. That wasn't a lot of thought. Okay, I see my guest, but I'm noticing you see a lot more of your room. Is that intended? That's intended, eh? Okay. Sorry. All right, here goes. Yeah.
Testing. No? No works?
I can't hear Doc. Can you hear? Wait a minute. Can you hear me, Doc?
I hear you.
How? Okay, I can hear you now.
Okay.
Boy.
I've got a system error coming up when I try to access my camera. That's why it's in a different.
Yeah, well, it looks like that. What's that? Another chair next to you?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Was that always been there? No.
Yeah. It's my lazy boy, which I don't get very lazy with.
Oh, okay.
Anyway. All righty. So anyway, let's see. Oh, there we go.
Been a while since we were on a live stream, so this is cool.
Yeah. Hello, all you people over there in the comments that are saying hi to me.
Yeah, a lot of hellos there.
Yeah.
It's All Too Much is my favorite George. Well, actually, that was my least favorite Beatles song of all for a long time, but not anymore. I mean, I'll probably put all together now as my least right now. I like I like it's all too much now a lot better. Let's put it that way.
Wow.
All right, now a lot of people are going to be catching up with me, so I hope you change your mind about not going to Chicago Fest. Fact. Oh, with that again. I never heard back from you after that. And what was that? Well, I remember. First of all, I remember seeing you at the fest. And no, it is not going to change. Absolutely not. Not unless somebody's going to give me like $1,500 or whatever the hell it costs to get there. I'm not doing that. And it's kind of late anyway because I'd be going with Mikey Arugula if I went, and he already took care of the the arrangements without me. So
you can hide in one of Mikey's suitcases.
Yeah, maybe I can't fit in there, but you never know. Trying to look for that quote about Canadian stud muffins. Is Doc Canadian stud muffin? There it is. Did I put this?
He gets confused.
Well, I hate the cold to that. That's why I didn't move back to Detroit. After I got out of the Army at Fort Bragg, North Carolina, I stayed in the South.
Yeah. For those of us who are wondering what it's like back home in Detroit, it's 78 degrees and mostly sunny.
Oh, you got
and
it
the
made.
Tigers lost to the Cubs today.
Well, how are the Mets doing? They're still in first place, I assume. I haven't been watching.
Yeah, I think they are. Last time I checked the standings.
Still not watching. But both your thoughts on biopics of real life serial killers. Would you enjoy and watch them, or do you think it gives them notoriety and glamour? Well, I'll say first, I enjoy watch. I have I enjoy that kind of stuff. I'm fascinated by nut jobs that are crazy like that. But do I think it? I don't care. Does it give them notoriety? Not if I'm watching it at home. If I'm
I think
watching
they're already notorious. It's just watching the story unfold before you. Like, how'd they get like that?
Yeah, I mean, of course, obviously, I got to make sure I cover myself. I despise everything they did. I don't condone anything they did, but I like to watch. I haven't watched it in years, but when I did, I got on a binge there where I was watching Forensic Files for a while. To find out what the hell is wrong with people and why do they do what they do, and how do they find them. One After 909 would certainly be in their Live Aid set list. I don't know about that. And Doc, how's Canada doing?
It's swell.
Well, you can always move here if you want.
No.
Greetings, Pumping Vinyl.
Yeah.
Hello, Eric. What's this about? Footage from Gilligan's Island that was supposed to be like never shown on TV with the vitamin episode or something. Did you hear about this? I saw a video about that.
I'm sorry, I kind of missed it. I was fighting something on my screen.
Oh, what I said?
Yeah.
Well, there was I saw some kind of a video about the Gilligan's Island, an episode where they never show you a scene from the vitamin episode about the vitamins or something, which I don't really know about.
Do not know about it. I have not seen that come up in my feed, so I don't know what it is.
What are we talking about? Just about anything within reason, but not everything on my channel.
Whatever you want, almost. Yeah.
A cool shirt, though.
Yeah. But I'm not going to show you it sideways.
Yeah, I heard you were you trying some stuff lately? I thought you were trying something about that.
To lose the sideways?
Yeah.
Well, I don't eat as much pasta as I used to.
Wow.
Now that it's warmer out, I've been walking more. And that's why you see a lot of more of shorts about, because I go for a walk and say, that's stupid. That's a video. So I make a short out of it, just to, do something, because there are silly things you see when you're walking around. So That's where that's coming from. So yeah, I'm trying. Hmm.
Let's see.
I should be like Santa doing some jogging.
Okay, let me just keep going back here. Sorry, I'm off, but just let me do it at my pace here. Cool shirt. But I do love New York. Used to work and visit the Antique District in Manhattan. I listened to Let It Roll, the greatest hits comp by George. I hadn't played it quite a while. It really was a hit or miss collection, but I think I Don't Want to Do It was a nice addition. Well, it was good because it's a song you can't get anywhere else really except for the single and the Porky's Revenge soundtrack. All right. Go easy on my Tigers.
They pissed me off earlier in the week when they couldn't hardly beat the stinking White Sox.
Yeah, I don't follow White Sox. Boy, I don't follow them.
Well, that's because they're the worst team. Well, the second worst team in the league. And they're going to go up against the Tigers. Oh, this will be a whitewash for the Tigers. And no, the White Sox beat them twice. What? I was not happy about that.
Well, I wouldn't mind hot Phoenix. I mean, I've been to Tucson, and it was hot there, obviously, and I've been there.
Dry heat.
I would boycott any biopic about the guy who killed John. Well, I watch those. I mean, that's I mean, I don't go out of my way to talk about him or promote him, but when there's a show on or something, that's how I learn stuff, which I don't, sad though it is. James Farley, hello.
Yeah, documentaries are meant to inform and, educate.
Have you guys ever bought a Blu-ray DVD and there doesn't seem to be any difference to the ordinary version? I think that happened a couple of times. By the way, Doc, you're the guy that thinks that it's not. How is there any difference between the old black and white movies? And believe me,
I don't understand that at all.
I don't know how you don't understand it. What they do is, like I say, I'll tell you, and then I know what your answer was. They go back to the master, and you got to remaster it. The negatives or whatever they have, interpositive, whatever they call it these days that don't exist, and do the work on it. If you do that, anything can look. I've seen 1930s movies that look freaking amazing because they took the time.
What was that one you showed a couple of days ago that I'd never even heard of the movie?
Yeah.
I'm going, well, I mean, how did they put that on Blu-ray? Jeez.
In some cases, you have to go back. I mean, they don't always do it because it costs money. Go back, and if it's damaged enough, you got to take the scratches manually out of each frame and fix like deterioration and things like that. But it can be done, and it is done.
Well, yeah, but it's such a minor picture that is no one gonna care. I never even heard of the movie. I don't even know how you heard of the movie.
Oh, The Fingers at the Window. Yeah, do I have it handy? I don't think I have it handy. Grab it.
Yeah,
I don't have it handy.
I'm sure it's not on a major label or anything.
No.
Oh, I'm kind of on a movie show. I can show you something. In case you've never seen this before. Wow.
Oh yeah. Okay. Let me blow that up. Fan favorites. Yeah. Well, it's a classic 39. Oh, you talked. Where did I hear you talking about this? You talked about this somewhere.
Oh, did we? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like
how many they play in there? How many they are on there?
6 episodes. But the amazing thing was I found it in the trash.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Somebody threw it out like I don't want this.
Oh, yeah. Yes, the famous Doc toss.
I missed too.
Okay. Hello, Mad Team. What do you prefer? Beatles' second album in stereo or mono? Original pressings only. I'm gonna go for the stereo ones. I like the sound of the Beatles' second album overall, but I mean I like either one.
I was gonna say the mono because the stereo is one of those ones where they have music on one side and vocals on the other. We used to laugh at that.
That's a good point. That's a good
Yeah.
point. I haven't seen How I Won the War for many years. Any of you guys seen it? I've never seen it. I've only seen the bits with John in it, and it looks like something I'm going to see it eventually.
Boring.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm
The
thinking.
only reason you watch it is to see John, and he's only in it for like minutes.
Yeah, he's not in it that much, and but just like I watched recently for the first time, The Magic Christian, and reviewed that. I'll get around to seeing that as well. George's compilation album should have been called Let It Flow, as in Life's a River and Songs Are the Water Drops in It. Well, Let It Roll is the name of his song, Let It Roll. That's probably why they went with that title. I think it would be good for all of George's non-album tracks to be released. Miss Odell, Cheer Down, etc. Yeah, well, you can get those pretty easily now. I mean, Cheer Down is on some compilation, or it's out of print though. Best of Dark Horse, it's out of print, I think. Miss Odell, I think you can find on extra features on maybe on Living in the Material World.
I prefer the Miss Odell where he's laughing during the song.
Yeah, that's the one. I like that one. Sure.
Yeah, well, that was one I heard first.
Yeah, me too. Woody Allen often puts into his documentaries and interviews that everybody loves his early stuff, quote, as though he knows his early, silly, brilliant, funny stuff is an audience winner. Well, it is, but I also like a lot of his later stuff. And I really like it when he's in it. You know, I don't really like Woody Allen movies too much when he's not in it. Because I watch it for him being a comic character, though it gets a little bit much. He plays that nebbish character, the same old thing all the time. But yeah. George, hello.
George. Hey, George.
Blu-rays region free. No. If you buy a UK Blu-ray, will it play on a US Blu-ray machine? Some of them do, actually. I don't really know how that works, but I've had a few that they'll play all region, or if it's another. But most of the time, no. You got to know what you're buying, I guess, with the title. You got to know what you're in for.
Usually on eBay, they do say region free or maybe not. So, like,
yeah, they'll tell you. Be careful, you know. It would be interesting to release a compilation of George's Beatles songs. That would be good for those who say that the Beatles are just about John and Paul. Plus, it would be nice to listen to.
It'd probably be very short.
Okay, hi Douglas. What about Laurel and Hardy on Blu-ray? I've got a lot of Blu-ray. I've got the silent films. I think they're Blu-rays, which I still haven't seen them. I watched like 2 from 2 volumes. And the other one, I don't like that they put them out on Blu-ray. I don't know what it's called. I forget the name of it. But like it's like the best of kind of thing, or a compilation. It's not all of them. I wanted to put all of them out, volume 1, volume 2, volume 3, or whatever, and get them all out on Blu-ray. If you're going to do that, don't just put like a assorted Blu-ray out. I don't like that. Yeah, I saw a stand in there is pretty good for a Live Aid set. Twist and Shout, I don't know about that because it's not a Beatles original, but. Doc, how do you feel about if they were at Live Aid, the Beatles, and they did Mr. Moonlight?
And what they would do? Is that what that's about?
Yeah. Would you like that?
I think I would. Yeah. Like if is this supposed to be an AI type thing? Like
like what 4 tracks you'd like them to play if they played Live Aid?
Okay. Oh, I bet they do Twist and Shout anyway. That's all. But I mean, like. They always do that as a opener, but then at Live Aid, that's like 50 years after the fact or something. It'd be kind of strange to start off with that. So, but they could do Revolution.
Live Aid's 20 something years. Wow.
Yeah, there's a long time between Twist and Shout. But they could start with Revolution. That'd be a good opener.
Did I say hello to John Bazzini? I answered him. Okay, I'm sorry. All right. Zach, any chance you'll get the Beatles mono box set coming out? I won't. Too expensive. I agree. It's too expensive. I didn't buy it. I had the first one in 2014, and then I decided I didn't really need it. I'm just going to try to acquire the original. I like originals, not facsimiles. I know I piss a lot of people off with that. They say they're gorgeous. These new ones are gorgeous. When will I ever get the cover is so gorgeous? Where will I ever get a top loader, version for the White Album that loads from the top? Where would I get this? Where would I get the flaps? That he had in the original albums on UK, the flap backs. Oh, I can never get them this nice. Yeah, they are beautiful, but you know what? They're not real. That's my philosophy. They're reissues, and that's fine when you have to settle for a reissue. But anyway, so no. How do you guys know what the theme T-shirt you'll be wearing on certain days? Is it for a reason? Not me. But whatever I haven't worn in a while, whatever's clean, whatever fits.
Whatever on the bottom of the drawer.
I think I'm going to be.
Come out and get some air. You haven't seen air in a while.
I saw Zelig in 1983 in the movie theater, and I hated it. I don't even think I think I was on a date and we walked out, if my memory serves. However, it's a movie I've never seen again, and I think I can handle it now more. I found it very boring at the time, but now that I kind of know what to expect, and it's been 40 years, 40-something years. Wow. Now I could try it again. How I Won the War isn't great, but it's worth watching. One by one, as soldiers get killed, they symbolically continue marching with the rest, but now painted bright colors. One all green, all yellow. Ooh, that's a mouthful. That's a mouthful. With all these Teslas in my neighborhood, I feel like I'm in Woody Allen's Sleeper. That's a good comparison, because I hate those cars. Because they look so freaking boxy and like outer space vehicle. I never made the connection to that one.
Especially the truck. It doesn't even look like a truck.
Whatever. I don't know whatever those things are. And I don't want to say too much about it, but funny how a while ago everybody was just like trying to put them on fire. And now all of a sudden I think they're going to be putting ribbons around them. It's amazing. What a world. George wrote about 22 songs, so there you go.
Piggies.
Yeah. You could call it be as long as past Masters. You could call it past Harrison. Do you think the Beatles should have provided their own voices for the Yellow Submarine movie dialogue? It never bothered me, ever. I'm fine.
It was better than the Saturday morning cartoon, put it that way.
Yeah, and I got news for you. The cartoon never bothered me either. Of course, I was 4 years old and 5 years old, but the thing is, it doesn't bother me, Hey, Ringo. Hello, Ringo. What are you doing? Are you the prop man today? With George Harrison voice. And then you got John Lennon. Okay, boys, let's do a number now. I want number two, boys. I thought Paul sounded pretty good.
Well, I didn't mind Paul, and I didn't mind Ringo being.
Yeah. It's mostly George.
George and John, I didn't care for it at all.
Somebody said once that John on that Beatle cartoon sounded like Rex Harrison or something.
You might have taken that as a compliment.
Here we go. Year 1 and year 2 have all the Laurel and Hardy films in order. 1921 to 27, then 28, with extra films included. Tell them to do the same things for the talkies. I want all the talkies on Blu-ray. And you got to see what these look like, Doc. See, that's a great example. These are silent films that look freaking amazing. Because a lot of them, not the Laurel and Hardys, but some real old silent films in general, still might have scratchiness here and there.
Metropolis and some of those.
But they look amazing for what they are. It's all about if you're going to remaster them. What?
Criterion or something.
Sorry, I always go fast. What album vinyl have you guys bought on the strength of the cover art? Well, There must be some, but I can't really. Well, I got one. I got one right here, for God's sake, actually, which I'm going to throw out soon. This is let me put, let me put this up. It's funny because I've done that before, but I can't remember. Jack Carter, Broadway, a la Jack Carter. I said, look at that. That's a fun picture. The pigeons are there. And he's actually singing on this, and it was like $1 or something. And I'm like, but these days are gone. So, Doc, if you don't mind, I'm gonna like use your style here for a minute. These days are gone. So, now you're gonna get somebody that's gonna say, "Don't do that." Somebody might want that record.
Of course, I usually aim for the couch, but still.
Yeah, I think I don't know what it hit, man. I probably destroyed something good with it.
Oops.
All right, hold on, and don't mind me. I'll get to the questions, even if I miss anything though at some point. Someone pointed out that many Beatle fans are never satisfied with what gets released. I'm just glad that all their music is available. Yeah, and that I also fall guilty of that too. When I made the video about that, I'm not saying I'm sometimes not disappointed or bitching about something, sure, but there's some people that just never satisfied. There you go. Don't ever toss any of your expensive box set over your couch.
Are you daring me? Let's see. Expensive box set. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This could be fatal. Uh-oh.
You're not going to really do this. What are you doing?
Getting an expensive box set.
No, but he's telling you not to do it. Oh, don't throw that over. Don't you dare. Wait a minute.
I think it's the most expensive box set I have.
That is expensive. I wouldn't buy
That
it.
is an
It's
expensive
damn
box.
expensive. I want it.
Yeah. Oh, you want it? Well.
That's the Monkeys, where it has the TV series and it has other things in it too. The movie Head is in there.
Yeah. Blu-ray.
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 You're not going to flip. I dare you. You're going to flip that on? Don't. It better hit the couch if you did. It's probably heavy too, right?
Well, it is heavy. Plus, it doesn't want to stay shut.
No.
So like if I did throw it, it'd probably go everywhere.
No. It's not worth it for a cheap video kick.
That's a video.
Now, I urge everyone to watch Woody's Crimes and Misdemeanors. Well, I'll drink to that, Lila, with my cup of water here, because that might be my favorite Woody Allen movie, or one of the top 3. That's he made like how many movies did he make? 30, 40?
Lots.
Oh, there we go. You guys have a favorite Woody Allen movie and a least favorite? How are you with Woody Allen movies? Do you like them? Some people, my girlfriend hates Woody Allen, so
I never really watched them.
Well, I'll give you some of my favorite ones that come to mind. Okay, Play It Again, Sam. Even though people say, "Oh, but he didn't direct it." Yeah. Anyway, Play It Again, Sam. Crimes and Misdemeanors. Hannah and Her Sisters. I like Small Time Crooks. A lot of people think I'm crazy.
Annie Hall.
Yeah, Annie Hall.
Sleeper.
Sleeper was the first one I ever saw. I liked it better in the day, I think, because I just think so. But the least favorite,
Driving Miss Daisy.
I like Broadway Danny Rose. Also, is one of my favorite Woody Allen movies. Trying to think of like least favorite that I've seen. Well, Zelig so far, but I have to see it again. Best sounding Beatles recording. Depends on the album. Depends on the year of the series.
I sure like that Revolver redo from a couple years ago.
Yeah, I'm a lone wolf on that one. I'm one of the only ones, not the only one that doesn't. But
I don't know. I thought it was amazing. I'm sitting there like, I gotta hear that again. So.
Yeah.
What next? Hello, all you lovely people.
When you guys read a book, do you read start to finish in one sitting or a few chapters? Never one sitting, not anymore. When, when I was younger, there were some books I would really get into, and I would really read them straight through, right? I couldn't put it down, but not these days.
No, I'm like maybe 5 pages at a time and put it down, and may not come back to it for 2 weeks and read another 5 pages.
Yeah, oh yeah, right, exactly. But I'm
I
going to
get
put my
into
banner up here for those who haven't subscribed to my movie channel, Mr. Cinemayo. So there it is, and we're getting some movie questions too, which is okay. Let's go back here. Rest in peace, Jack Carter. There you go.
He's back on the floor somewhere.
All right, where was I?
Don't roll your thing back. You might roll over him.
I thought Zelig was an interesting mockumentary, as do most people. There are very few laughs in it, but I think it's amusing and entertaining. Toward the end, he makes a speech for a crowd. One line makes me laugh. Yeah, I'm going to see it again at some point, and I'll do a review of it.
Get it on.
Go ahead, say that again. I heard UA initially for the U.S. release of Hard Day's Night wanted to dub over the Beatles' voice with American accents, but thankfully didn't end up happening. I never heard that.
I never heard that. That'd be stupid anyway. I mean, almost like the Beatles cartoon.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, well, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a Blu-ray collection. I have the Essential DVD collection, but I want them in the Blu-ray.
Huh.
Hey, Doc, I bet Joe hasn't heard the ELO album Out of the Blue. He would love it. You're right. I haven't heard it in its entirety. I'm good with the hits with them. Well, I like some other things, too. Showdown I like, which is not I don't think it's a hit.
Holy cow, you've never heard Out of the Blue? Never, ever?
Nah, not all the way, no.
And George is asking what's my favorite. It is Out of the Blue.
I found it surprising that George is Not Guilty, the Beatles version, didn't make the cut for the White Album. It was a great track. Maybe Paul felt offended. They did like 100 takes, supposedly, of Not Guilty. And I'm guessing they never got one that they felt was completely satisfactory, which seems hard to believe with 100 takes. I saw an old video of yours of a bunch of, I think, dollar record finds. The last one was Tiny Bubbles. Sure. Someone tossing their Mind Games cube. That would be a good video. Oh, boy.
Yeah, or your Egypt Station suitcase.
Yeah, that's for sure. I never even got the Egypt Station suitcase. Joe, do you think it's a shame when films put an actual year in the future? Yes, in a movie, because it expires instead of just saying it's the future. I say that all the time. This movie, Soylent Green. It was made in 1972. It came out in 73. It's about the future, 50 years in the future, 2022. And the beginning of the movie says the year 2022. The place, Manhattan. And all this. Why don't you just say the date 50 years from now? Then it's always relevant.
They never thought we'd catch up. They thought it was safe. Like the Robinsons taking off in 1997. Like,
yeah, right. Well,
where's our robots? Where's our Jupiter?
By the way, Doc, you know, let's talk a little about Lost in Space. I'm glad you brought that up. As soon as I can find out where this comment is, that I want to. I'm behind. Hold on, I can't find it.
That's one of the worst cases of even when they made it in 1965. They thought, oh, 20 years. This is what it's going to be like in 20 years. Not even close.
I always tell you how much I love season 3, which I do. But the thing is, in watching, I still haven't finished it. What happened was I skipped over Castles in Space to get to the Antimatter Man, I think. I still have like 5 or 6 to go. I skipped over Space, I think Princess of Space also or something. Okay. I skipped over what I'm going to get, but I just stopped. I mean, I went almost all 83, except for the last 5 or 6 or 7, whatever it is. Anyway, I'm convinced the first season I can watch all the way through. Everybody knows they love the first season. I can watch the first season all the way through, and very few episodes I don't like. I don't like the one with the guy with the parrot on his show, the pirate, very much.
I hate the hillbillies.
Yeah, well, I like the young daughter.
Okay, but I mean, otherwise, I hate the stupid.
And the other one, Ma, Mercedes McCambridge to hear her exorcist-like voice in it. I like, but other than that, but then season 2, I never liked season 2 too much. Now it really sucks. I mean, I'm easily can take four maybe or 5.
Trip
And
Through the Robot, you gotta like.
yeah, Trip Through the Robot's my favorite episode of season 2, and there were other ones too, but maybe 4 or 5. And 3, I like quite a number more episodes of 3 than I do 2, but I'm realizing some of them I'm not into anymore. So I got to make a video on that too, which
That's a video.
I don't even know where I am. You see what I mean? I tend to play with the going up and down while I'm talking with the scroll. So I gotta go. I gotta find where it is. So let me do that. ELO, Jack Carter, video bunch. Hello, chaps. There we go. Hello, Ollie. Cafe Society is brilliant. That's one I haven't seen by him, and I still have never seen Radio Days, which I should. That's vintage era of Woody Allen. And I heard that scenes from a mall sucks. Yeah, I've heard that sucks. That's supposed to be his worst movie. Bette Midler and him are married, and they're in a mall the whole time. I like the look of Manhattan, the movie Manhattan. It's very beautifully filmed by Gordon Willis, but I don't really. There's something about it I don't like the ending. But Small Time Crooks I like. That's the year 2000 with Woody doing comedy again, like the old days of him trying to pull off a heist. I think it's funny. So Woody Allen filmed 2 scenes for 2 of his movies in my mom's apartment of Brownstone in Manhattan. A scene on the roof and deconstructing Harry, and a scene in our hallway in between apartments. Okay, here's a Beatles Live Aid set list. Get Back, Come Together, and Here Comes the Sun, and Hey Jude.
That's good.
Hi, Noah. What's going on? How are you? I saw The Magic Christian with my father at the theater and on a big screen and discovered Badfinger and bought their 45. Come and get it. That's very good. That's a good song. Kimbo, what's going on? I don't think I've seen a Woody Allen movie all the way through.
Neither have I.
Oh, that's interesting.
No. I think I tried Sleeper, but I still didn't make it.
That was the first one I saw, and I think that's the one I always recommend, like to a person who's never seen Woody Allen, because they're just all out slapstick comedy, really.
Yeah. Well, I figured, then it's set in the future. It's kind of science fiction-y. Oh, I should like that, and I couldn't finish it.
Everybody's dead, but they all ate organic rice. Do you think they should do a Beatles album with the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra? No, I do not. I don't even like the Love album. Don't go there. Why bother?
Oh, you don't like Love?
No, not a big fan of that album. No. Woody Allen filmed 2 scenes for 2 movies, and my mom's. It was Deconstructing Henry and Whatever Works. Whatever Works is, I think, the one with Larry David, I think, which I still haven't seen either. Never seen a Bond movie all the way through. Well, women, so, I mean, women like Bond too, but it's usually, I think, a guy thing. Yes, I am a Curb Your Enthusiasm fan. I like that show quite a bit. Do you like that show, Doc?
I liked the first season, but I just never followed it.
Yeah, because you like Seinfeld so much. So
yeah, and
it's
you
very
still
funny.
Seinfeld in it. Yeah.
What are they up to? 11 seasons, 12 seasons? I think it's finished. But the thing is, in the last few seasons, it was like really jumped in the shark. It was like, I think it's the same old thing over and over again for me now. So what's your favorite ELO album, Doc?
Well, I answered this. It's Out of the Blue.
Oh, that's right. You mentioned it before when I wasn't here. Oh, yes. It's okay. I've only seen one James Bond movie the whole way through, Die Another Day. That's one of the least. I think I was too young when I went to the drive-in to see Moonraker. I saw Moonraker when it was that. I like Moonraker. Everybody hates it. I think it's a
I like Moonraker.
Fun and funny. I like it.
I think that's my favorite is Moonraker.
Yeah, I like Shadows and Fog. I just ordered a bunch of Woody Allen movies on Blu-ray, and I'm selling a bunch of my DVDs. And Shadows and Fog is one of them. I remember liking that. It does have the film noir look and a horror look too. What do you got there?
Moonraker.
Moonraker. Yeah, that has the great scene in there. What is it called? Centrifuge. The thing that goes round and round in a circle.
Oh yeah, when you're testing.
Yeah, Bond almost dies in that thing. It's a pretty good scene.
Yeah, and I also got my other favorite one is On Her Majesty's Secret Service.
No.
I'm
that guy. I'm that one guy that does not like that movie.
Nobody likes this one.
I don't know about that.
Nobody likes this. George.
I thought that most fans actually rate that as number one or close to number one on the top 2 or 3 or 4, something like that. I thought.
And just think, this could have been Adam West.
Oh well, it would have been interesting for Connery if he had done it because Bond gets married in there, and it would have been good to see that Bond get married.
Yeah.
Oh, Beatles should have included Sour Milk Sea. I think that song is sour. I don't like that one either. I'm sorry. I tell it like it is.
Sorry.
I think it may have been personal offense that they didn't include Not Guilty.
Quite possible.
When I was a kid, I had a Lost in Space robot toy, both metal and plastic, which I liked playing with. But for some reason, when I started watching the show, I wasn't that interested. I got to tell you about Jonathan Harris as Dr. Smith. We all know what Dr. Smith was on the show. But I don't, I saw these shows a lot. Coming home from school, they were on in the afternoons, right? I don't remember him being that annoyingly dumb and stupid and pain in the neck as in the second season. He really is just stupid and going screaming too much. Well, I mean, too much for no damn reason.
Irwin Allen liked it. Do more.
Yeah, do more. Yeah, he did more, all right. But I mean, he still was like that in the first season as it progressed, but yet it wasn't so bad,
Mm-hmm. Well,
he was doing that even in the
he took over the show. What could you say?
Yeah, the Al Lewis one, I'm not that wild about. It's all right. Yeah,
that's all right.
What's the name? I'm trying to remember the names of these. It helps.
The name of that.
I know the names, but I can't think of it right now. The Galaxy Gift is with John Carradine. Rocket to Earth.
Yeah, that's it.
Worst episode of Lost in Space.
Near Earth anyway. It was just going to go up and have his name in lights or something.
Right. Yeah. Right. Titles. What are you going to do? The worst episode for me has got to be Mutiny in Space. Admiral Zark. And the Questing Beast.
And I'd get out my book and just list them.
Yeah.
Mr. Kid, no.
Oh, that was terrible.
Who stole my goat cheese?
That was the worst episode.
Yeah.
All right, let's see now. Which phase of the Bee Gees do you like best? 60s, Beatles sound alikes, or 70s? I look, when I was growing up and disco was big, I never had heard of the Bee Gees before Saturday Night Fever. So I love the Bee Gees from that era, but now I also appreciate the 60s, earlier Bee Gees. I appreciate them now.
You never really heard the 60s Bee Gees? Wow.
Say again?
You never really paid attention to the...
No, but I heard them afterwards and I liked them. But I still think I prefer the 70s era.
Lonely days, lonely nights.
What's a good word, Matchstick Man? What's going on?
That's your thing.
Have you ever listened to a Blu-ray album release? I don't think I have. This is true. June Lockhart laughed on camera during the attack of the Great Vegetable Rebellion. And Doc, isn't it true that they were written out of an episode or two as a punishment?
Well, Mark Goddard may not have been. He was guilty as well.
Yeah, I just saw Fugitives in Space, which I like. I like that. The ape, he got the Planet of the Apes type creature.
Okay.
You better work hard and make your quota, otherwise we won't get that nice
no ice.
That's funny as hell. I think
I made you a cake.
Yeah, birthday cake.
Yeah, really.
The robot.
You should take it, Dr. Smith. There's something in the cake that you should know about.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's fun. Patty cake, baker's man. The robot does patty cake.
Oh, jeez.
And June Lockhart, is she 100 yet, or is she almost there?
I think. Wow. Can I check on that?
Sure. Take the money and run. Everybody.
I know it's coming up.
Everybody likes to take the money and run, but forgets about it. It's a good one.
It is June Lockhart's birthday.
Yeah. Leave it to Blood Vessel to notice something like this. Exactly, Mr. Blood Vessel. You're talking about the movie Manhattan. I like Meryl Streep in that movie, but she doesn't have much time. But I like that.
June will turn 100 on June 25th.
Oh, she's almost there. She's almost there.
Almost there. So somebody got it. Eric Schultz got it.
I saw Take the Money and Run and Sleeper. That's a double feature. Yes, Stardust Memories was interesting. I remember that, it has an interesting visual and editing style. The maid cooks rabbit and he yells, "I don't eat rodents." Do you guys remember watching Live Aid UK into USA for Africa concert? And what was your standout performances? When you say Live Aid UK, what are we talking about? I remember all I remember about Live Aid is I had 2 VCRs going at the time and 2 television sets to monitor it on. And I was recording when they had commercials through the whole thing. When one would go to a commercial, I'd turn the other one on. There were different stations. I taped like 6 cassette tapes, VHS of them. And now I don't have them. New World Record, best ELO album.
It's okay. It's good. The one I don't like is the first one. But New World Record's fine. I'd give it like a 8 out of 10 or so.
I agree. We agree on something. The first Bond, Dr. No, a great film to kick off the franchise. It's one of my favorites, Dr. No. A lot of people don't like it as much, but I do. There's a new Dracula film coming out soon. I can't wait to skip that one. It's amazing how George Lazenby managed to get the part for that. I forget how it was. He was a model, wasn't he? I forget what the story was. Thought he was. That's what I seem to. You have things back there that may be right or not that you seem to recall.
He only did one, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, I mean, I just think the whole thing's ridiculous, And Blofeld is ridiculous. Telly Savalas is ridiculous. I think in it. I know. I'm on Moonraker when Bond is surprised. Dr. Goodhead is a woman. That's very good. That's a good name. I like it. Time is my favorite ELO album. Hey, let's get more likes on here. I don't usually demand that. Come on. Why are there only 7 likes? Wow.
Smash that like button.
Smash the like button.
Yeah. What else we got?
Oh, the problem is we don't know if this is the real. I told you, Henry, I can't have you on here because it could be the real Henry. You might not be the real Henry.
There are several Henrys.
Yeah, I know. So therefore, adios, buddy.
Yep.
Take it up with your friends there.
Bye-bye.
Mad Magazine did a series of parodies of the first 10 or so Bond films. At the end of Her Majesty's Secret Service, that Bond gets shot by Sean Connery.
Ooh. Wow.
Do you like musical theater? I don't think so. if I know what we're talking about. I've never been able to get into Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea. It's not my thing.
No, I didn't care for it myself.
If on hearing a new film on the cinema is black and white or subtitled, would it put you off seeing it? Not at all. I prefer it to however it is. I love black and white. I mean, I grew up with it. I love it. I'm not a kid. Kids today. I keep saying kids. There are kids, young people, but there are also people that are older that won't watch a film unless it's in color. And I saw the movie Nebraska with Bruce Dern. It was probably the last black and white movie I remember seeing, which is not too long ago. 10 years ago? I don't know. And I have no problem with subtitles either, but, it depends on the movie. I know I did not watch Patton yet. You buy like 80 movies, and it's like, did you watch this one? No, I'm afraid not. Okay, let's see. Did you ever buy any James Bond movie soundtracks? Yes, I did. Yeah. I'm probably going to sell a bunch. I'm selling a lot of records, I've sold some already. I'm going to sell a lot this summer. And I'll get into that some other time, I guess.
I just have the hit songs or theme songs on a CD. Bond songs. Old finger. El Dorado is going to love El Dorado.
Okay, I've never seen Billy the Kid versus Dracula or Jesse James meets Frankenstein's daughter. Which one would you recommend? Are they both as stupid as they sound? They're both kind of stupid, but Billy the Kid versus Dracula by far is the one to see. By far. It's more humorous in a good way. It's humorous, and you got John Carradine as Dracula, which is funny in itself. And he's old. He's really old in this one. And Jesse James meets Frankenstein's daughter is just boring. It's not that much fun. It's not as zany, unintentionally funny. It's just dull.
That's the one that's as stupid as it sounds.
So, and of course, the best part of Billy the Kid versus Dracula is at the end when they're in a cave and they get Dracula, and Dracula's standing there over the girl because she's got the woman laying on the tables or whatever. And they're in a cave, and a guy's got a gun pointed at Dracula. He goes, I think he shoots him. And he goes, "Your bullets can't harm me." And he shoots him, and nothing happens. Then he throws the gun at Dracula, and he goes, and he gets knocked out with the gun. After he just said the bullets can't.
I was going to say probably ducks like Superman or
something. Sounds like Superman, doesn't it? George Reeves. Yeah. My wife and I went to see The Artist in the theater. I was excited to be able to see a first-run silent film, which I thought I'd never see. You know what? I'm caught up in comments. I can't believe it.
Cool.
I'm caught up in comments. Oh, man. My neck hurts when I do this.
What a job. Wow. That's okay. There will be more. It's starting up already as we speak.
Aside from the title, John Carradine is never referred to as Dracula, correct? Okay, there's a YouTube channel called Tech Moan, and he turns a room into a cinema with new style projections, giant screen. Yeah, I would love that, but that's not to be in my life, Lila, I'm afraid, unless I hit the lottery. The time to have done that was hit the lottery about 25, 30 years ago. Would have been nice.
Oh, question. How does Mikey Avergula's postman find him in the restaurant?
He delivers to that restaurant.
Oh, and I just happen to have something.
I think. And yeah. And, I think he knows he's going to be there.
He's happy he's going to be there. Get this box out of here.
Sure.
Well, yeah, I'll throw anything over my shoulder.
How about salt?
Well, if I had some. That's for like good luck, right? You throw salt over your shoulder.
Yeah.
I haven't thrown enough salt over my shoulder.
Yeah. I like that scene in that Day the Earth Stood Still, a Klaatu filling in the gap. The gap's a huge equation, solving it, the professor being astounded. Yeah, I don't, I know the movie, I've seen it. That's a movie that improved for me. The first time I ever saw it, I felt it was dull. And I'm a guy that likes old movies and, black and white movies, but I like it now. I don't think I've ever seen, I know I've never seen Dario Argento's Dracula. I didn't know there was one. Italian. CD or vinyl, Doc? I know the answer to that.
Well, I had vinyl like everyone else back in the 70s, but then when CDs came out, I shoved all my vinyl out to the curb and bought only CDs. There you go.
Did Mikey give you the flaming pie mitt? Hell no. Hell no.
Oh.
No, I don't expect him to.
Give me. I want that.
Yeah, I was just kidding.
Fill the package too. Yeah.
There's a Laurel and Hardy gag. Stan spills some salt, and Ollie says, "Throw it over your shoulder." Stan throws the whole salt shaker.
You never
believe it. All right, so let's see where we're at here. Just over an hour.
Let's see. Just after 5 p.m. here. We're in the same time zone.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Eastern time zone is wide.
Wait a minute, what happened here? Starred. Why did it start? Okay. Don't have to name it, but the worst hotel you stayed at and why? Oh, I have that one. That's easy. When I went to meet Pete Best, it's in one of my videos. We're in there, and there was the electric went out. We had no electric or power, and some other rooms said there were bugs in the room, although I didn't have them in mine. Happily, yeah, that's in the October 2022. Well, that's going to be 3 years ago already. Oh,
yeah. There was a motel in Tampa I stayed in once, and there were roaches and stuff. They're crawling on the walls and stuff. Like, look at this.
Oh, just what you need.
I was like, ooh.
That's what you call a roach motel.
And it was. So that's probably the one for me. Not a very good sleep that night.
I can imagine.
It looked pretty ucky.
Oh man, now what am I gonna do? When am I gonna get a chance to watch my Charles Bronson Death Wish 2 unrated version?
You got a stack to watch, and you're gonna be very busy. So,
yeah.
Hello, Dino.
What's going on, Dino?
Hey, Dino.
Yeah, Deep Red. Yeah, I know that's a classic Dario Argento movie. I think I have it back there in a pile when I bought some movies not too long ago. But yeah. Ed Norton sets his watch by the Chinese restaurant. Right. Later on the train, Ralph tells him to ask a conductor the time, and Ed says, "Are there any Chinese restaurants close to the station? Will you stop that?" With the 50th anniversary of Jaws, there's a red and white bottles of wine, and there's also the Jaws popcorn holder. Did you see that? Shark with the big mouth open, and the popcorn goes in the mouth.
Oh, you mean like popcorn bucket?
Popcorn bucket. Well, you know what, Lila? For me, it depends on the movie. Most of the time, I'd rather watch a movie at night because it's darker and everything in the room, but it's hard to stay awake sometimes. But certain movies beg to be seen at night, and some of them they're actually day movies for me.
Don't watch the spooky movies at night. Ooh. You got to go to bed afterwards.
Yeah, Doc gets scared, so you can't.
As I said, I never finished The Ghost of Mr. Chicken.
Yeah, I saw that a second time there. Yes, yesterday. After you mentioned it once, I saw the used Blu-ray of that,
Ooh, I
and I have
never
not.
finished it. It's enough for me.
Yeah. Yes, I've decided I'm not going to the Chicago Fest. And the
Oh,
only thing I'm really going to regret is that I'm not getting to meet Beatly Tone, because Beatly
oh,
Tone is going to be there as first fest in Chicago. But yeah, it's just too expensive, and I've simply decided not to spend the money. I can't spend the money really.
I
If I
would.
wanted, I can make it work. And Doc's not going too, so
There's still 2 months left. Who knows?
yeah, this is true. 2 months. That's right.
Yeah. Anything can happen in 2 months.
During the making of The Day the Earth Stood Still, Patricia Neal said she kept laughing during serious scenes because she found the whole thing hilarious. I hate people like that. It's like Tim Burton laughing on the set of making his own Planet of the Apes abomination.
Yeah, I heard that. That's awful.
He just thinks it's hilarious.
The ape that takes his teeth out and all this kind of stuff. And that's a teeth. That's a teeth.
And he laughs. He goes, you see him in the outtakes with some of these cut. He can't hold the laughter. And that's not a funny movie, yes. You know, you made it stupid. What do you think about Ballad of John and Yoko? I think it's an excellent song.
Fine. It's what do you call it, biographical or something.
Sure.
Yeah.
I got you. Matthew Street found a brand of beer with Jaws Captain Robert Shaw on the label, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I haven't really done, I say I haven't done anything, but I bought like a Richard Dreyfuss figure, you know, for the Jaws anniversary. Looks just like him. I didn't know about the popcorn bucket. Thank you. Oh, good. I hope you.
We are educational.
Yeah, get one.
There you go.
The episode with Art Carney putting on his Captain Video helmet. Very funny. That's the first episode of that.
TV or not TV?
Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. Right. That's the one. I keep getting it mixed up with Better Living Through TV, which is another one. Yeah. Favorite stand-up comic, Rodney Dangerfield.
I've been watching a lot of Jimmy Kimmel lately.
Oh, yeah?
You know, because they replay his stand-up on YouTube from every night, the monologue.
Oh, I hear you. I have not heard Roger Waters' remake of Dark Side of the Moon.
Is it different? Why would it be very different?
First step of golf you have to realize is you plant your feet firmly and address the ball. Hello, ball. Hello, ball.
Would you stop that?
Yeah, Doc recently, I think, got through the Honeymooners for his first time, right?
Twice.
Twice you've been through. Oh, wow.
Twice.
Yeah.
Right now I'm watching Johnny Quest.
Oh, my God. I've never seen Johnny Quest.
Never seen? And I'm kind of upset because I'm only 4 episodes into Johnny Quest and people are dying in it. How? I don't get it.
Are those the 60s?
Yeah. The original run back in 1964, I think it was, when they made them. And they're good. But I mean, for a kid's show, why are people dying? You know, like they're getting shot, they're getting eaten by alligators. Boys, you better turn around. You don't want to see this. I never thought it was that violent.
No, I don't recognize this name.
I think he's the big fat guy. I think that's who that is. Correct me if I'm wrong. My favorite Bag Finger album. I only have one, and that's Greatest Hits.
Yeah, I'll take the Greatest hit CD. Otherwise, how about if I say Straight Up? No, but
I never see it in the Bargoon rack. So.
Yep. Ralph getting camera shot while doing a live commercial. Hilarious. Ed, look how easy it is to core a apple with this new tool. And Ralph stabs his hand and knocks over the false wall. Yeah. Certainly it can core a apple.
A apple.
Sure. I just watched that not too long ago. They're playing on MeTV now, 9:30 every night.
Oh, I'm in bed by then.
Are there any other movies with pop bands that you haven't seen yet, like Herman's Hermits films or DC5? Let me tell you, I've seen Mrs. Brown, You've Got a Lovely Daughter. I think it's about a dog, greyhound or something. They're all terrible. All those movies are terrible.
I would like to see Hold On though.
I don't think any of them are good, but I've seen a few of them. I don't remember the names of them. Having a Wild Weekend, was that the Dave Clark 5 one?
That sounds right.
And there's one, Get Yourself a College Girl, which is that wasn't too good. I mean that's why A Hard Day's Night. The Beatles were afraid that it was going to be a flop, like those kinds of movies, and Hard Day's Night was the exception.
I still prefer Help.
I mean, it's hard for me. See, I like Help a lot. I think it might be my preferred by a hair, but I do love A Hard Day's Night, so it's hard for me. And do you think it's sad when famous filming locations are totally unrecognizable today or have been demolished? Yes, I do. I most certainly do. Yeah. Or burned down. Universal Studios, some of the Frankenstein Village burned down, the original.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what did you think about Free as a Bird and Real Love when they were put out for the first time? Did you think that they are good? What did you think?
Yes.
Okay. I thought Free as a Bird was a dirge, funeral dirge, too slow, put you to sleep. And I like Real Love better than that. But I like Now and Then best of the three of them, I think. But, Free as a Bird, I already knew. I always say I knew what it was going to be before it came out because I had a lot of John Lennon, the Lost Lennon tapes, and Free as a Bird, this piano horribly slow, breathe, dum, dum, as a bird, dum, dum. And I thought the new song is going to be called Free as a Bird, and I thought, tell me it's not that.
Not that one. Oh,
not that one. There's another one, and it was that one. Now, let me tell you something. I am very happy here to see this person come on here because I never really hear from Stephen Schnee anymore. And I know Stephen Schnee, and among other things, you are Stephen Schnee, and you went outside.
That's why you haven't seen him lately. He's gone outside.
That's why I haven't seen you. The Herman's movies were nothing more than Elvis Presley movies where Elvis were played by Peter Noonan and his Hermit's mates. Same types of plots, scripts, and actors, but they are good fun. Good, clean fun, as Norton says. Exactly. All right, let's see. Oh, yeah. John Agar stole Ralph's jacket from Young at Heart. Are you talking about in the movie Daughter of Dr. Jekyll? John Agar is dressed in that as like a peanut salesman, if that's what you mean. Is it Teresa Brewer who sings the Hucklebuck in that version? I forget. It sounds like her, but I found out there's a bunch of versions of that song, the Hucklebuck.
I just think Chubby Checker.
Yeah. Mrs. Brown is better than Hold On, in my opinion, and I actually enjoy Having a Wild Weekend. There you go.
Yeah.
Monsters all the way for me, and I know Doc.
I'm an Addams Family guy.
Yeah.
And then the new Wednesday is supposed to be coming out sometime in the summer. Brad's like,
I like Help better than A Hard Day's Night.
it's more fun, I think. And it's been cooler.
Well, Columbo is another one of those things that I started and then stopped and never finished. But I was really enjoying it. And I'm still with the 70s, the 70s. I'm still with the original things. I just have to get back to it. Yeah, I also I prefer John's Real Love on acoustic, the Lennon album. Yeah. Steven is busy now. He goes outside.
That's true.
Revolver may have never happened the way we know it because without a talent for a loving movie, the Beatles had so much time in the studio. Yeah, that was going to be their other movie. They had another movie on the contract or something that was going to be a talent for loving. They didn't do it. They burned down the King Kong set and filmed it burning for Gone with the Wind. Is that true? I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's true.
I've never seen the Freddie and the Dreamers movie, but they were on the Ed Sullivan show the other night again, doing that ridiculous song. I'm telling you now. I don't mind the song. I just don't like when they do those silly moves on Ed Sullivan.
That's what Freddie was known for.
Do the Freddie.
Yeah, do the Freddie. I'm coming.
I kind of like the 90s Columbos, maybe because I always liked Columbo a lot. I could see myself getting into them a little bit. We'll see when the time comes. Oh, you know what show a video I was thinking of making, Doc?
Yeah.
Why don't I love the Andy Griffith Show?
Oh, I don't either.
It's like this, and I'm going to make a video for my movie channel because there's so many things that you would think I'd like about it, and I do like, but yet the show doesn't. I don't love the show. Why? I don't understand that.
If I had a choice between Andy Griffith Show and Family Affair, oh well, in that case,
Oh yeah,
I'll
that's
take
a
Andy Griffith
no-brainer.
Family Affair any day.
And yes, of course, we talked about John Agar's striped suit that looks like a peanut salesman. It's from Daughter of Dr. Jekyll. When I was a kid, when I was little, I would watch the Munsters every day after school, unless some of us kids were outside playing.
That's what happens when you go outside. You miss things on television.
Didn't they film the burning of Atlanta sequence first for Gone with the Wind? Beats me.
Well, when they film movies, it's often out of sequence. They don't film it from page 1 to page 100.
Correct.
We'll start with the Atlanta scene here, and movies are made like that. We'll take it up to page 52.
Heard any more rumors of the newly found and soon to come Elvis movie footage? No, but I heard about this movie that's coming out called Epic. That's supposed to mean Elvis Presley in concert, and I think, and I'm wondering. Some people were suspecting that. Well, I hope it's going to be new footage. I hope it's not going to be the same things we've seen. Sometimes when they say rare footage, it's rare to most people, but not Elvis diehards.
We'll see.
I always like when they paired up characters, but when I was little, like Gilligan's Island, Munsters, Flintstones, but for some reason I didn't get into Laurel and Hardy until I was 14. Well, this does happen. Andy likes your ELO shirt.
Thank you. And my favorite ELO album is Out of the Blue.
I never really watched Barnaby Jones, but I know it's Buddy Epson running around funny like an old guy. I think that's kind of humorous.
My dad loved it.
And you're a fan of the Beverly Hillbillies, aren't you?
Sure.
I still am unfamiliar with them, really, because I don't watch them that much. And they're on now at 9:00 p.m. on MeTV right before the honeymooners, so I really should try.
I have 5 seasons on disc.
I hate to say this, it's sacrilegious because I'm a fan of old movies and I always prefer old effects to CGI crap today on the computer. However, I never really liked the stop motion animation.
It's jerky.
I'll tell you, one of my favorite Ray Harryhausen movie may be 20 Million Miles to Earth. I think that's him. And I like Mighty. I don't know if I can count Mighty Joe Young in there. Mighty Joe Young. I think is it true that Harryhausen had something to do with that? I don't know if you consider that.
When I think of a Harryhouse movie, I think of Seven Voyages of Sinbad, stuff like that.
Tom, let me know if you want a link because I could stay on a little longer if you want to come up.
Yo, Tom, yo.
Do you have they hadn't cast Scarlett at the time. They should have burned Scarlett O'Hara in the beginning of the movie. It's stand-up.
Ooh.
Nasty character.
Well, fiddle dee dee.
You know. So,
That's such a long movie. I tried watching it not too long ago, and it's like, oh, wow.
well, I got through it, but this is what's great over at my movie channel. And by the way, I'm going to bore some of you with the banner again, but some of you might not have seen it already. Mr. Mayo, I have a new feature which is called Retro Reviews, and what Retro Reviews means, it's not retro doesn't necessarily mean old movies, or it can, but it's movies that I wrote reviews of, like between the years 2004 and 2018. And these are movies, like 800 or so I've got. And they're movies that I don't have to worry about seeing again to get my thoughts down because I had notes on them. So what I do is I kind of read those notes. I don't straight read them. I talk like I'm looking at you now with an occasional glance, talking glance to reacquaint myself with the movie. And Gone with the Wind is one of those. I never have to watch Gone with the Wind again. I saw it once. My opinions are down. I can read it, and I'll be able to cover every movie that I've seen.
So who wants my copy of Gone with the Wind? Please. Please. I don't want to.
Okay.
I want to watch it again.
Says, why not? So you could entertain people for a moment here, Doc, while I give Tom the link.
Hey, Eddie. Somebody's saying, Doc, I saw Electric Light Orchestra tour Face the Music. Which ELO concert did you see? I haven't seen any. And they were in Detroit at the end of last year, October or November. So I'm like, geez, I wish I would have went. I didn't go see it, so I haven't seen them live in person. I'm sorry.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. I think Why Not is a good Ringo album too. That's one I like. Let's see.
Look at here. I even have it on Blu-ray.
You're kidding.
Oh, I got it.
But you don't like it, I thought. Yes.
I guess this is about 5 years ago. I thought, I'm going to change all my movies into Blu-ray. So I'm just buying them like it's no worse than you in the store the other day with a stack of.
Well, Doc, exactly. That's what's happening to me. And I picked out, I have another video to put up of movies that I picked out. Mm-hmm. And they're all on camera. Okay, this one. But then at the end of the day, I can only afford like half of them. So do I put the video up even though I wound up not buying all of them?
Yeah, you didn't get that box set, I noticed. There was a box set of I can't remember. It was a white box set. Says,
yeah, I did. Well, I think it was the Woody Allen one. I did buy that.
Oh, was that it? Oh, I thought you did. Because when he showed the stuff from the stack, it wasn't in it. Unless you held back.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Oh, what I held up the stack in the. I didn't show it in that stack. But,
okay.
Oh, wait a minute. Did I not mention? I'm all mixed up. See, that's another thing I get mixed up with. I've got so many video series that I'm doing. Like first, I got to be on live when we do our movie show with Tom and Tim Allen, and I got to show things I bought. But then I got to remember which ones I showed on the live show, but I haven't yet made into new pickups, new vinyl. New movie pickups. I got to do those, and some of them I've seen already. Sure. So I have to like write lists of what I've shown, and then whatever. So anyway, let's answer this. If you're both retired, is there a day where you do nothing or not as much as on certain other days, like taking a break? Of course, I do.
Yes, the couch is very comfortable.
Yeah, but I'm trying. I'm trying more than ever to really keep doing things. Like, I always spent a long time here organizing and getting rid of. I'm trying to consolidate this whole cabinet here, this side. I'm trying to consolidate that all, and throw out as much stuff or trade or sell as much stuff as I can.
All you had
And
to do is bring home that cabinet that was at the store. There was a nice, great
I
big
don't
cabinet.
have any. There's no room in my whole
Oh,
apartment.
wow. This is perfect.
Yeah, it was great, but it was there for a long time, and I think the shelves were warped, slightly warpy. You couldn't see it really, but I think that's why. Yes, yes. See, we got Tom in the back.
Tom's in the back.
Here he is, Tom. Hey, Tom.
There he is. Hey, I've been waiting for you to show up, Tom.
Well, here I am.
Yeah. Are you ready? Gone with the Wind. Is he gone with
Yeah.
the Wind? Ah!
Yeah. Send it my way.
Start
Yeah.
that way.
Have you been watching my pickup things like lately?
I have.
Man, I'm
you
going
gonna watch
crazy.
any of them?
Really. Well, I watched. What did I watch? Everyone Says I Love You. I watched right away. At least I could say one of them.
Oh
did.
yeah, that's right, because you did the review. So I'll have to watch that.
I watched my hardcore one that I got. I mean, it's tough. Now, somebody requested a movie called Not of This Earth that I have, so I'm going to do that one next. It's not anything I picked up, but I was telling them how I'm getting mixed up. I got to write lists because we do a live show. I got to show you which ones did I show last week and which ones haven't I showed, and then I do videos where I say these are my latest finds. But wait a minute, which ones did I show these already in the video, or was that the live stream? It gets really crazy here, and I got a lot, man. I had to put a lot of them back. You don't know some of these, do you? You don't know about Last Tango in Paris, or do you? Yes?
Oh no, I saw that video where you got that. No, yeah, I was excited that you got that because I can't wait to hear what you think of that movie.
And sometimes
it's a slow burner too. I mean, so you know.
Well, I don't know what to expect from it, but I should see it. And sometimes you find out that there's certain Blu-rays that look better. Some of them are not an good upgrade. Some of them they improved on later. So you don't really know, but I decided to get this Rocky heavyweight collection. There's 6 Rocky movies in here.
Ooh.
So, I mean, hopefully that covers me with the Rocky movies.
I hope that was a bargoon.
Well, I shouldn't show you these all now. We're going to do on the movie show.
Yeah, I got something in the mail today that I'm, looking forward to talking about. So
did I.
Yeah. Hey, all right.
Unrated.
Underrated.
Unrated.
Yeah, that too. There it is. Masterpiece.
It's the one closest to my foot.
What? Why do I think that Doc likes Green Acres?
I do like Green Acres.
I just never got
It's
into it.
Goofy humor, and that's fine.
I'll take Ava Gabor over Zsa Zsa Gabor.
Yes, I enjoyed Ava, and she looked like she enjoyed doing it. She really did.
Never saw Wagon Train, but I do like The Rifleman. The Rifleman's something. Chuck Connors is so good in that I might just want to get a series blind for that.
My dad loves westerns, but
I've probably seen Gone with the Wind 30 times.
Yeah, that's a commitment right there.
yeah, she can have my Blu-ray box.
I'm impressed.
Gable should have won an Oscar for Gone with the Wind.
Who won instead?
Was that Jimmy Stewart won that year for Mr. Smith?
Huh.
Or no, it wasn't Mr. Smith. It was for the Philadelphia Story, I think.
I don't know. Well, I know who should have won. Bela Lugosi for Son of Frankenstein. That's another story.
I don't remember who won. There's too much to remember.
So, what do I think of look up the Ringo album? I think that the Ringo album is great. I thought it was great then. It's up there with his Ringo self-titled album for me. And I haven't played it anymore. I played it like 12 times back in January, and that's been it.
I still like it.
Yeah, it's a good album.
Oh, he's talking about ELO here. Yeah, 1975. Yeah, all the originals were still there. It's only Jeff Lynne that's left now.
You know, I was saying, Tom, I don't know if you heard while I was watching it, that this is what's good about all the old reviews, because I have it. All my thoughts are gone with the wind down. So I don't ever have to see if I didn't have those reviews, I'd be like, well, how am I going? I'm going to revisit 800 and some odd movies. You know?
Yeah, but it's also good to see if your thoughts have changed. Since
Well, yeah, but come on, not every movie. I mean, something like Gone with the Wind, maybe because it's such a classic. But you know, you ever watch a movie? I mean, just some movie that's not a classic. You didn't like it.
Yeah, I've watched a lot of movies.
You know, I mean, you can't go back to everything. They with records, people say.
So you never found a location for the movie? For that movie?
No, absolutely not. We're talking about the movie Al Pacino, and Patricia Heaton is a nun. And again, she's standing just like she does in Everybody Loves Raymond. The hands on her hips. Are you kidding me? Could she act? Could she do anything other than this? I mean, really. Anyway.
I mean,
and I live in a busy area of New York, and Ritual is not playing anywhere. It's in New York City, which I'm not going into the city. It's in New Jersey. It's in Connecticut. And I'm thinking to myself, you said that it's not coming near you till Thursday.
Well, no, I mean it's opens next week. Next week, I thought
it opened this week, June 6th.
Okay, well then look for next week. It might be coming closer next week.
Well, that's what I'm
asking.
It's
probably I get it next week. I get it starting next Thursday.
Maybe it's a matter of smaller run now and then opens wide next week.
Yeah, maybe wide next week. I mean, unfortunately, it's only getting 3% on Rotten Tomatoes right now.
Oh, sure. I don't buy it. Yeah. Well, put it this way. As far as I'm concerned, I've said this after I saw Exorcist Believer, and I felt this before I saw Exorcist Believer. I'm done with exorcism movies. I don't want to see any more Exorcism, Last Exorcism, Emily Rose, and all the Exorcist sequels and knockoffs. I'm done. But when I heard Al Pacino is the priest in this, I got to see it. I'll see it for him as a priest. That's the only reason. I'm curious to see how bad Patricia Heaton is, but if she's good, I'll say. And no, not because she's a woman. I love Meryl Streep. Okay, my favorite, one of my favorite actors. But I just don't see her being good in it. But maybe she would be. You got to see it. Maybe you could put. That's a simple but great idea. Post-it notes on your Blu-ray. You mean these things here? Yeah, I used this for the first time. I've had this bottle 30 years.
It's actually still liquid. I was thinking it's probably hardened into a brick or something by now.
I used a lot of Goo Gone on this. 2.5 Men, second season. I've got I don't have to see after Charlie Sheen leaves. I'm not interested, but up to Charlie Sheen leaving, I like it, and I have every season except season 1 now. I got 1 through 9, I think. It's just $2 for the whole season.
Yeah, I see those in the thrift store a lot.
Yeah, I believe that's something that Doc would call a bargain.
I would say yes. For $2, I'd buy that for. Well, no, actually, I wouldn't.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not big on war films of any kind, really. Any war. Oh yeah, Went with the Wind, the Carol Burnett parody. Sure. Only seen Glory once.
Hmm.
Well,
I would probably say it's gonna happen.
I miss you guys on Talk More Talk.
Well, thank you very much.
Well, I wish the 3 remaining hosts well. I mean, the ones that are doing the show now.
Absolutely. I'm glad the show is continuing.
Jimmy Page did the music for Death Wish too. Yes, I still haven't heard the album. How is it? I have the album. You think I played it? I must have bought it like 12 years ago. That's why it's all going, man. A lot of this stuff's going. But then, some things I may keep though. It's the Roger Corman version of Not of This Earth. Naturally. Well, that's the one that's the next one up to see. Yes, I did see this. I think Associated Press did a new interview with Ringo. He looks great. Yeah. Yep.
Doc, is that a good napping couch there behind you?
Looks good, doesn't it?
Oh, very much so, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice pillowy
Uh,
on there. And I fit.
Looks comfy. Looks comfy.
Yeah. When I tried them out before I bought it, I want to make sure I fit.
Yeah.
Yes, I do fit on the couch. Yes.
Yeah, I'm not doing. I mean, I'm still sleeping. The habit I got into in 2022, upright in a recliner, like on the far end, say where your picture frame side is, sitting in a recliner and reclining it back like that. And in between the night, I go back and forth between that and then putting it down normally, and then laying on my couch with a pillow. And the pillow I'm using is not a regular pillow; it's the little throw pillow for a couch.
Mm-hmm.
And I got it on the arm, and I got permanent neck stuff going on.
Oh, you need my couch then. That's
So I think help me.
But I don't. Wrong hand. This hand. I don't use the Beatles pillow for sleeping on.
Oh, okay.
That's Dave.
That's sacrilege.
It is.
And the whole thing is, I mean, I got into the habit. I had COVID back in 2022, so I started staying in there to sleep, and then I got used to it and watching TV and all that. And meanwhile, my girlfriend stays up almost all night. She doesn't go to bed at like 3:00 because she stays up and does stuff in the room. She's got hobbies and things she's doing, so it works out. Let's put it that way.
You're just getting old. When you get to a certain age, you can't stay awake through anything.
Well, I did want to say that of Mice and Men, I loved that movie, the 1939 version, that is, and with Burgess Meredith and Lon Chaney Jr. Yeah, he was very good in that. I don't know if that's on a Blu-ray.
What's
I
that?
don't know. You got to pay attention, boy. Of Mice and Men from 39. I never understood how one actor can be better than another actor to win an Oscar. It's all. When I say politics, I don't mean politics as in political stuff. I mean studio politics and
vote for me and I'll set you free.
No. I mean, the Golden Globes is more like that. The Academy Awards, the way that the Academy Awards work is like if you're a cinematographer, only cinematographers are voting for cinematographers. Okay, if you're a director, only directors are voting for directors. Okay.
All I know is most of the time I don't have to see any of the movies and actors, and I get most of them right. My predictions. Without seeing them. This is a good. Look, Eric's a smart guy. Look at this. The first time I watched The Black Cat, first pairing of Karloff and Lugosi. That is true. It is the first. And Edgar Ulmer, which I don't know why he's such a big deal. A little Guggen goes a long way, she said. No, it's true. It's true.
No. Okay.
If it has hardened, the Guggen will be Gu-Wan. What? How about Malcolm in the Middle? Never seen it.
I remember it, but I didn't follow it that close.
Okay, Sherry Carter. Hi. Saw the English film Day the World Set Fire. I never heard of that.
Well, Manitoba's on fire. Yeah.
Uncle Paul, what's up?
Hey.
Just did Can't Buy Me Love with Springsteen.
Just did. Wow.
Well, they're 6 hours. They're 5 hours ahead of us.
Oh,
So
yeah,
it's
that's true.
9:41.
It'll be on YouTube in a minute.
Shouldn't you be somewhere right now, Tom? Live?
Yeah.
A war film I liked was Objective Burma for an Errol Flynn movie. It was surprisingly gritty and realistic for a war film made during the war. Kind of a war suspense film. I almost bought The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance. I remember seeing that. I liked that on a DVD years ago.
Yeah, it's a
And
good
they
one.
had a Blu-ray. But what I did was, I made a video where I didn't put it up yet, where I recorded like every movie like I'm going to buy. Look at this, and then I wound up like not being able to afford it all, so I put half back till next time. So I don't know if I'm going to put that up or not. That video. What about your Space Jam pillow
I don't have a Space Jam pillow.
of Mice and Men was made by Hal Roach Studios? Did you know that? Evening, lady. How are you?
Hi.
I would like to see the 1992 of Mice and Men because Gary Sinise is a fine actor. I read an article on Melina Dietrich took a fall on tour in is that Australia? 75 and broke her femur. Never walked again. Broke. Very sad. Let's see. I'll tell you what I thought. So I never liked this guy. I just never liked him.
He feels current.
I don't like his look. I don't like his looks. I don't like his voice. I just never liked the guy. Bet you didn't think I was going to say anything. But I gave, the true answer and make everybody happy. Of Mice and Men is a classic. Great T-shirt, Doc. I'm glad everybody likes your T-shirt, but nobody likes mine. You know why that is? Because you can't see the damn thing. Silent green.
There you go.
So what they should do with the people today that riot and everything, just get a freaking bulldozer and scoop them up.
Yeah, you won't see my T-shirt, at least sideways. Too much Fago.
I almost bought some on the way home today too.
Did you get the black cherry one?
I had that Wednesday. But my favorite's the old fashioned cream soda and grape.
Come on, you still having that crap?
Yeah.
Take it from me. Don't have that stuff. Yeah, I learned of this channel for being at Doc's the past 2 weeks.
Oh, there you go.
No, that's good.
Now I hope everybody else learns with my channel from this one.
Yeah, I gotta say those Tesla trucks. I hate them, man. Look like tanks or something. I hate them. Do you go to Goodwill stores to purchase DVDs? Blu-ray. I got Rat Race for $3. I've never caught the local Goodwill closed down a while ago. I only got like 15 minutes left here because dinner is at 6.
Hey, all right, great, excellent.
Mmm, tasty.
All right, Wednesday, more grape Fago.
Don't these people know I'm on television?
I think we got some kind of chop meat, something like that. I don't know what she's doing with it.
Make sure it's well done and not.
Did you see
and
that?
By the way, can I just say that it was rare. It wasn't raw.
Right. I tried to remember that. Yeah. And the last time when you're the chef here, professional chef, we did task for that. Yeah, I mean,
I'm not sticking up for the chef because obviously he didn't do it the way you wanted it to. But
you see, the thing I say is somebody said it's not the waiter's fault; it's the chef's fault. And I'm saying, but how do you know that the guy didn't even tell him the right thing?
Well, I mean, it just depends on the system too. If there's a computer system, or if they type it in, it's the server should have said, well done. And if that's the case, the cook should have checked the temperature.
Yeah, but it's the way it is today. I mean, you could be, and we said at the beginning, both of us said it. My girlfriend and I were both there. Sometimes they'll bring water and put lemon in it. And we say, water, no lemon. She said, water, no lemon, please. And then I said, oh, yeah, mine too. And I went and I said, oh, yeah, mine too, no lemon. Both of us said it. We get a freaking little plate of lemon.
That was funny. I had a good laugh on that one.
And is it the end of the world? No, it's not the end of the world. But that's not my point. It's just to have fun, griping about things all of us have experienced. Yes, I've seen the movie Reservoir Dogs. I had it in my hand to upgrade to Blu-ray because I got only a DVD, and I put
you
that
didn't
back.
Get that one?
Well, because Reservoir Dogs ain't going nowhere. A movie like this, I'll show you one. Okay. God, come on. Here it is. Which I've never seen anywhere. I've never seen this movie, and I never. Hold on a minute. By the way, Reservoir Dogs is not my favorite. I like Tarantino, but that's not my favorite at all. The best thing I like about it is the beginning scene in the talking about waiters.
Oh yeah,
thing. That's my favorite scene because I agree with Steve Buscemi. Now, first of all, the difference is that I do tip, even though I don't always believe. I believe in it when the service is good. If it's good. People today think they're just supposed to get tipped because they're not making enough money and you're supposed to tip them. No, you're supposed to tip if the service is good. But I'll tip anyway. Even with this, I even tipped this even though the burger was rare. And I asked for it well done because I don't want to piss them off for the next time I'm in there. Now, if I was traveling and this was a first time and last time visit somewhere, I'd never go there again out of state or something. I wouldn't love to tip. But it's not his fault, so whatever. Anyway, this movie. Counterpoint with Charlton Heston and Maximilian Schell.
nice.
Which, I mean, I've never seen a release of this anyway. And Leslie Nielsen is also.
Ooh.
And.
Don't call him Shirley.
Yeah. And this is like, you just don't see this around. But I know
Is that Kino?
It says Kino Lorber. It says Universal Kino Lorber.
Yeah, I got a Kino coming. I got a Kino Lorber coming tomorrow.
And Doc, I was thinking of you. Are you the one, Doc, like me that hates this crap?
Oh, wow.
That little clippy thing on the side that they sometimes do.
It's almost
prevent theft.
Yeah, it's almost as bad as the Warner Brothers click case. Like, I hate those ones.
I don't mind the snapper cases. I never mind
It's supposed to prevent theft, guys. Come on.
It really stops it. Yeah, right.
You will know things for sure. You will never see those old Warner snapper cases and the disc falling out of those. Nope.
I don't think I have any left. I put them in regular cases and made new artwork for it and got rid of them. Oh, hated those. You get them wet and they're half cardboard. More than half cardboard.
Wait, who's the first guy with the gallbladder? Here we go. Now, I'm not going to talk too much about this because I had my gallbladder removed. You said, I hope you recover well. I ain't going to say anything else about it because sometimes on these live streams you get too bold and you say things that come back to bite you. So I'm not going to. Anyway, I had to get mine taken out 2002. It was 23 years ago. And I've had after effects because of it. But it only happens to a small, tiny amount of people. That's all. Digestion issues. That's all.
And you're one of them.
Yep. Now wait a minute here. By the way, you can get the Odd Couple movie on Blu-ray, right?
Oh, absolutely.
I just haven't seen it anywhere. You got to get it. It's another one I want. All right, hold on a minute now. Doc should wear Docus tees.
That's a good one.
Years ago, I bought season 2 of The Odd Couple at a thrift store for $2. Later, I bought the whole series box.
Sometimes that works that way because you're testing it out and you go, well, I don't like this. I'm going to buy the whole thing.
Doc, you have any yes?
Yes.
Oh, there it is.
Yes.
Well played, sir.
Yeah, and it's right beside the best of Andy Williams.
I'll take Andy Williams over, yes.
Yeah.
99
cents.
I've never used an air fryer, to be honest with you. Never. Never.
No,
And I don't know if I ever will.
I bought one too and used it twice. I said, "This is dumb."
Yeah.
Like, because like I'm gonna make French fries. You put the French fries in the basket, set it for 15 minutes. I'm going like, well, that's what I do with the oven, and they came out worse. So I got rid of the air fryer. I was like, this is dumb.
Yeah.
Example of not listening. I answered a question with 9.5 years ago in this month and this year, and was immediately asked, and when was that? Yeah. Hey, Tom, I love grape, black cherry, and pineapple sodas, although I mostly drink seltzer. Hal's, yeah, I know Hal. Hal was made, and he's a New York made. Let me tell you the history of Hal. And it says on the side, he was New York made, and he loved New York. He was New York made. That's like the whole history of Hal. What is the name brand of those sodas, Tom?
Yeah, it says those little sodas for like this big or whatever. They're like, I don't remember. I vaguely remember them, but no, I don't remember the name brand.
I think the George Harrison album "Somewhere in England" is an underrated album. That doesn't mean I think it's great. I just don't think it's as bad as everybody thinks. I think it's better than Extra Texture. I think it's better than On Troppo. Maybe even Dark Horse. No, it's hard to say. I don't know.
Troppo.
That's my opinion.
Gone Troppo.
I like that song. I have some old
Get
snap
rid of
cases
those
on
snapping. Oh,
Yeah, don't bother nobody. Those were the first ones that. Well, what I don't like about them, though. Hold on a minute. I think. Are you saying besides you like? Is it the snapper that you don't like, or is it because of the cardboard, like we hate with the CDs?
Who are you talking to? Me or
Doc?
Oh,
What's the matter, Doc? Did you hear
you
my
got cut
question?
off
Damn it.
for a second.
You didn't hear me.
No. You got cut off there for a second. Try
I
again.
did.
Yep.
The snapper cases.
Yep.
Do you not like them because they have the cardboard deal, like we hate with those Digipack CDs?
Pretty much.
Or the
I-
snapper?
I just did not like them.
Both of them.
For plastic and everything, and all this. How you got this little cardboard and the snaps.
well, that was Warner Brothers. Yeah, Warner Brothers. They stayed stubborn for a while with those damn cardboard snapper cover things, cases. I hated them.
There you go. Thank you, Tom. I hate them too. And if I had any, and I'm pretty sure I do not have any now, but the ones that I had were replaced. Go, Joe, go.
First of all, I bought these things, which I've shown before.
Oh.
So they all went in these, so no problem. They're all as new as the first day.
Huh.
So I'm not worried. Usually I don't like the cardboard thing, but these things are so cool. Look at that. And like I said, this will never, ever fall off the hub. Watch it falls off. They'll never fall, unless the hub is broken. But I mean, these things are secure. Just do a little snap. Done. I just worry about them, getting ruined on the shelves. But because I bought these way back in the 90s.
I've never seen those sleeves before.
They have specialty companies. So they were all like housed in there. And you can put them just like it. The closest thing it would be is if they were in the regular Amaray plastic Blu-ray cases. So.
Oh, well.
Hold on a minute. Ooh.
I still don't like them.
Yeah, they're pointless. It's stupid.
Just a dumb design.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, a couple of the studios or the distributors were using them, and then Warner Brothers was like the last holdout for those.
Right, because Warner, when I was there I believed in DVD from day one. I believed I think it was March 24th of 1997. I bought the player the day it launched. I said, this is going to do for movies what the CD did for music. There's no way this is not going to succeed. Say goodbye. I used to have a song I sang sarcastically. Say goodbye to Laserdisc. Say goodbye to tape. Goodbye to Hollywood. I used to say, and that's what wound up happening. And they were the first ones, I think. Warner, they had like 50 titles out, and the first one I bought was The Exorcist. You know.
Hmm.
All right, James, thank you for being here. I'm going to go now too, so I'm going to sign off in a little bit. No, I have not yet watched The Thin Man. I have them on the shelf there. You know, I hope those DVDs play. I think are they Warner? I think they are. Mamas and the Papas. Whatever it is.
So somebody has. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. That should be enough.
He's got
That should
3
be enough.
CDs. He's got 3 CDs on the Mamas and Papas.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Well, here's the thing about The Odd Couple. I'm a huge fan of the TV series The Odd Couple. Huge fan. I always wanted them. Okay, and you're right. Seasons 4 and 5 have cuts in them, but I think 3 also even had some cuts in it. I forget if there were any in 2. There's none in 1. 1 is not cut at all, and 2 I'm not sure about, but I know 4 and 5 and maybe 3. Anyhow, but even though I'm a diehard fan and it pisses me off, what else you gonna do if you want the series? If they ever put them out uncut, I'll rebuy them. But I rotate them now and then. I watch them and I know what's missing. But Tom here just watched the series for his first time and he didn't know what was missing. So they flowed pretty good. I mean, he wouldn't know, right? Didn't ruin anything. What you don't know won't hurt you.
Mm-hmm.
Except singing in the rain at the end. I'm free. I'm free. I'm singing in the rain. Just singing in the rain. Ugh.
You'd have to been there.
You know. And then what was that one when he's playing poker with that young cop?
Oh, yeah.
And they're in the hotel room and the young cop is playing. He's talking and Felix is crying. Because that man's crying. He's crying or something. And then all of a sudden he starts singing. Felix starts going 2:45. Nobody in the place except you and me. And then all of a sudden the young cop is singing, "Oh, set him up, Joe." And he starts singing them with him. They both start singing. I said, "What are you doing?" Singing. We're playing cards here. And the thing is, it's all cut because it's another song. So there you go.
That's what he just mentioned.
That's probably it.
Good timing, Eric.
And sometimes it's not a big deal at all. Like there's a scene where they switch places. They have role reversal, and Felix acts like Oscar, and Oscar acts like Felix, and so I don't know. Oscar's going to sing or something like that. And at the end of the episode, the way it ends, the comedy is they're by the closet door. And Felix goes, "You know, Oscar, you really had me nailed. You had me pegged down. There's only one thing, though. I think I sing a little better than you do." And then Felix goes, "In some secluded rendezvous that overlooks the avenue." And then he goes into the closet, and Oscar slams the door on him. And that's the end of the episode. Clocks him in the closet when he sings. The way it is on the disc, he just goes, "You really had me nailed. There's only one thing, Oscar. I think I sing a little better than you do." And it freezes, and that's like the end of the episode. I mean, you know, shit like that. Anyway, I think my dinner's going to be ready, folks. So, yeah, I think they didn't want to pay for the songs, which is, you know, I don't know how much they were.
That way. Just think of what WKRP went through.
But as you know, some of them were intact, though. You're missing out. They're still good even without that. But what I'm saying to mad teen parents is, what's your alternative? To not have them at all? I mean, you know, every
generic songs.
What's that?
You just get replacement generic songs.
Oh, I saw that one Ferris Bueller one time. Pardon my French, but you sir are an asshole. Something like that.
You mean this one?
Yeah, Doc, you got some movies there. I'll tell you that.
It's handy when you can say, "Hey, I got that as a prop." All right. And what do we do with props, kids?
Throw them away.
That's it. That's what you do.
So many people, though, Doc, say Extra Texture, Gone Trop are not good albums. I think they're fine. They fit nicely in the Harrison collection. Well, what's your choice for the least ones, Gary? And I'll say why those. Same thing. But something's got to go on the bottom, and those two for me go on the bottom. A Dark Horse in there too. Those three: Dark Horse, Extra Texture, and Gone Trop.
But then again, else going on the bottom.
Oh boy, here we go. And you notice, folks, I didn't intend on this originally, but I invited everybody here. This became the old-fashioned kind of free-for-all thing, which sometimes things come out and say on these things that I wouldn't ordinarily talk about. But
covered a lot of ground today.
I tell you,
music, movies, and monsters.
Yes. I know one thing. I don't need those. I haven't gotten them.
No, it's not that you need them. It's just now that they're available for anybody else that wants them.
That's a good point. And they're out there. Nobody's forcing you to buy them.
That's right.
But I don't get it. I mean, I really don't. They had the Holland ones, or 93 or something. They have so many upgrades. They had the Archives edition, which themselves should be enough for the ones that came out. That is, not all of them have come out, But then they had the half-speed masters. That's another one. I mean, come on.
Never end.
Boy, I almost want to use that overused term.
They'll always come out with something. You don't have it in this configuration. You better buy it now.
Sold.
Exactly. You better buy it while you can. I did see Serpico on a DVD many years ago. Don't remember a damn thing about it. So I'd have to. I might have my review down though. So there you go.
You should do the review. Yeah, absolutely.
If you think I'm going to watch Raging Bull again, though, I don't think that's going to happen.
But it's probably on your shelf anyway.
No, it's not.
Ooh.
I gotta get going. So that's what I'm gonna do.
You don't have to go anywhere.
Yes, I do. Look at this. It's way too long.
Yeah.
2 hours and change.
I gotta make a pizza.
Look, you don't need pizza. You don't know me, folks. This was how I was 30 years ago.
That was the old Joe.
Don't eat that crap. What are you doing? I still
like that crap. I gotta make a pizza.
I know you like it. That's not the point.
now I want pizza. Damn it. Doc,
thank you. I'm gonna get a pizza.
Pizza and Fago. Here we go.
Fago. Pizza.
I will get to a point where I will eat 2 slices of pizza, say 1 day a week, 2 slices, a year from now or something. Maybe, hopefully. But that's it. Anyway, folks, thank you all for being here. Thank you. And thank you to Doc and Tom for being here.
Thank you.
So people over there.
You do it again soon. They got things. Doc has his channel.
Yeah, don't forget tomorrow, Sunday tomorrow, 4 p.m. You can see this kind of stuff all over again.
Yeah, unless I'm on doing a live stream, then you it's a joke. It's a joke. Well, half joke. But and Thursday night you're also on.
Yeah, Thursday night at 8 p.m.
See that?
We have celebrities here to entertain you.
Yeah,
same kind of idea.
And Tom's got some show, 2 legs.
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah,
Monday nights. We're gonna talk some movies. Monday nights.
Yeah, I wasn't going to forget it, and here it is on this one here, which is not going to change ever.
We talk about the greatest genre of films of all time, all the time, every week. We mention the Criterion Collection, and it's great.
And all that.
Great genre.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and don't forget on Wednesday. Wednesday we got a midweek Maca break.
Yes, yeah. And I'm gonna have a book to give away. I'm gonna have this new Press the Playbook by Luca Perazzi.
I know somebody that's having like I can't say he's having a happy dream. What dreams about that?
Yes.
Somebody else that's I might want to talk to him about his Ringo book for one. But all right, folks. So thank you again. We shall be back.
Bye, y'all.
And don't forget, Mr. Cinemayo for our movie discussions on Monday nights live. Cheers.